1. Penny is pregnant. While the Branning family share Sunday lunch, Jack is intrigued to come across a pregnancy test. Together with Denise, Jack tries to suss out who the test belongs to before concluding that it must be Lily's. However, Lily denies that it has anything to do with her, which creates even more confusion for Jack. Eventually, Penny admits that it belongs to her. After taking the test, Penny lies to her dad that it showed a negative result. Jack is relieved at first, but soon realizes that Penny is pregnant after all. As Penny criticizes Jack for his attitude, is this the start of a feud between the daughter and dad? 2. Callum feels torn over Ben. After receiving a letter from Ben, Callum finds himself conflicted. Meanwhile, Linda grows concerned that Johnny might have his heart broken by Callum. Callum eventually opens up to Kathy about the letter, leading him to realize that he's ready to walk away from his estranged husband. Elsewhere, Linda bumps into Tim, which results in an argument about Callum. But when Tim reveals that he's set up a test for Callum, what could it be? 3. Max interviews Ravi. Having decided to apply for a job at the car lot, Ravi prepares for a meeting with Lauren. However, it later turns out that Max has taken Lauren's place as the interviewer. Will Ravi impress Max and secure the gig? 4. Johnny is blackmailed. Hoping to help Ben for Lexi's sake, Callum, Kathy and Ian arrive at a mystery destination. However, Callum soon realizes that he's been set up by Tim. Over in Walford, Johnny is fuming to find out what Callum has been up to before Tim arrives with damning video footage of Callum. As Tim cruelly blackmails Johnny, what will happen next? 5. Denzel introduces AI Anthony to Patrick. After talking with Tommy, Denzel is given food for thought about how AI might help Patrick grieve for his late son, Anthony. Subsequently, Denzel works on a plan to create an AI avatar of Anthony that Patrick can interact with. Later in the week, Denzel explains to Kim and Yolande that he has something for Patrick to look at. The teenager then plays AI Anthony in front of Patrick, who feels overwhelmed and rushes away. After some time passes, Patrick returns to Denzel and asks him whether he can speak with the avatar, while Yolande expresses her concern. Will Patrick find comfort in AI Anthony? 6. Vinny learns about Penny's pregnancy. In a heartfelt conversation, Penny speaks to Lauren about her pregnancy and how she feels about her life potentially changing in such a huge way. During the chat, Jack apologizes to Penny for the way he has behaved, but ultimately ends up offending her again. Meanwhile, Oscar lets slip to Vinny that Penny has had a pregnancy scare. As Vinny races over to visit Penny, how will he react to the big news? 7. Nugget suffers another seizure. After Ravi's job interview, Priya accidentally knocks his self-esteem. Still, Ravi continues the job search, leading Mark to offer him a last-minute opportunity to make money. However, Ravi fails to follow up with Mark after Nugget experiences a seizure. Priya voices her anger at Ravi for forgetting to pick up Nugget's medication, so the dad of two heads off to the pharmacy. Will Priya forgive Ravi? 8. Tim makes a sick demand. With his relationship on the brink, Johnny decides that he must reason with Tim. However, Tim refuses to back down and tells Johnny that he will drop his demand and delete the footage of Callum, only if he sleeps with him. Advertisement, continue reading below. Later in the week, Callum feels anxious as he waits to hear from Johnny about his meeting with Tim. Will Johnny tell Callum what really happened? 9. Penny and Vinny visit the doctors. Given that Vinny knows about her pregnancy, Penny allows him to accompany her to a doctor's appointment. There, Penny finds herself being sidelined by the doctor as he explains what support the pair can expect if the pregnancy goes ahead. What will be Penny and Vinny's next move? 10. Ravi hits crisis point. At the pharmacy, Ravi discovers that there is a problem with dispensing Nugget's prescription. Stressed, Ravi locks the door and insists that nobody is leaving the building until he receives his son's medication. Nugget, Denise, Bea, as well as the pharmacist all grow increasingly concerned for Ravi. Will he receive the help he needs?